Hi. The sirens. It's given Beyonce ring the alarm. Hi, earth signs. That's just started. Hold on. Okay, my apologies. But hi, earth signs. Yeah, the sirens are given ring the alarm. This is a brief whatever comes out. I wanted to do something before starting the November monthlies. I wanted to do something else, but the timing was not aligned with the November readings. Also, I just posted a poll on the community tab. Please vote. Whenever I post a poll, nobody ever votes, but I have hope. Bars. So we're not, let's just start the new sage. We're not going to do a collective reading. We're going to pray and start individually. We're going to go in order for the earth elements. So starting with Taurus, then Virgo, ending with Capricorn. And I'm just going to finish with fire tonight as well. And then when you see me again, it'll be for the November reading in a couple of days. Okay. So let's pray. Hold on. There we go. One second. Okay. Let's pray. God, Divine Source, Holy Spirit, thank you for allowing me to guide earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn on whatever comes out. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect. With this energy that's coming out, God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Thank you for divine protection. Gratitude, Ashe. All right, let's get started. Taurus. Okay, hi Taurus. Let's see what comes out for you. Happy Friday. Please vote on the community tab when you get a chance. Just choose your pick. What song is that? Big Amounts, 2 Chainz. What'd he say? It started with, if you woke up this morning, you're winning. But something, big amount, I am the pick of the litter. That's, yeah, that part. What the fuck is a food for less? I don't even know what that is. God bless you. What the fuck? The trolling is out of control. Hi, Zaza. I hope I pronounced it right. Okay, let's back to you. Taurus. Baby, you don't know what they talking about. I don't know what they talking about either. You cannot know what the fuck people are talking about. Like, what the hell? All right, anywho. Taurus. Spirit, what would you like for Taurus to know? It didn't land so hard that time. Baby, every time I don't wear this bracelet on this live for YouTube, it always falls. Anywho, all right, first card, Taurus, well song resonating. Second card, the crossing, initiation. Taurus. So what I want to say is there are times we all fall down, okay? Like Donnie McClurkin has said, we fall down, but we get up. And I feel like I don't know, it's giving the energy of someone that's never left your side. But I don't know if this, I feel like it's more so energetic. Like, it's like someone still prays for you, someone still cares for you. It's giving Aaliyah, I care for you. I think she's a Capricorn though. But it's also giving like an ancestor, you know. There are times we make promises we don't keep. You know, the human can overtake the spiritual at times. But I don't know if you may feel like someone, or spiritually, like they're disappointed. But, you know, love, grace, and favor works differently there than it does here on earth. Yeah, ancestral wisdom. So this could be ancestors specifically. I don't know. But it also feels like someone's very close to you. Yeah, revelation. I just keep hearing, I care for you. Moving out of stagnation in reverse, needing direction in reverse. Okay, makes sense. What else? For Taurus. Taurus. What's going on here? I'll leave that right there. Anything else? Okay, let's stop right here. So there's 3 cards looking at me, which I'm about to show you. The first one on the bottom is Eye of the Needle, intentionality. So that's more so like precision. You know, if you think of like a small needle, and when you're sewing, you have to, it's like bird's eye focus, but then they're showing me like how you would look through a sniper's rifle key. Cycle of breaking for the first time, but you have sacred contract in reverse. So you see sacred contract, the blue, intentionality, beginner's mind. Okay. Now this sacred contract is connected to this bottom energy. As I say that, it's giving it's giving bottom feeder, but not in the aspect of you're a bottom feeder, but they're showing me like, you know, when we eat seafood that comes from the bottom of the ocean, like fucking, what is that, mussels, snails, shit like that. I just want to advise to eat that at this time. I don't know, random as fuck. But anywho, with sacred contract being in reverse, we're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up. But that's also connect with how I'm about to read this. It's also connected to that bottom feeding energy. Like, you know, when things flow, or even when the body floats, the body, it's in order to flow, it has to trust the water. It has to be at peace. It's like a reflection of this resonating card. It's just flowing, right? But it's giving like energy or food that's not floating, that's also weighing you down energetically. Just, I hope that makes sense. Anywho, so at this time, when you are seeking advice, I feel like you're being asked to look at the root of why you are seeking advice from others, why you are seeking answers and or confirmation from others, okay? So number one, is it you really, like, it's one thing to be foreign about a subject or about a topic, and then, you know, you speak to someone well versed in that subject and or topic. It's another thing to know for thyself, but not trust your own judgment and then seek outside validation in order to get that insight, okay? I feel like for a lot of you, you are in the process, in the current energy of not trusting yourself, and I feel like that's the root. But I also feel like with that beginner's breath, fresh mind, going back to that brown breaking shit. I'm trying to say my tongue is wanting to say it backwards, but groundbreaking. I was about to say something else. Groundbreaking energy. My God, we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, but it's also, you know, getting it. I'm seeing it both ways, both sides, but more so for the ultimatum-ish type of energy. It's you distrusting yourself and just wanting that extra validation before you take a leap of faith or a step in a certain direction. But you also have initiation, the crossing. So this card is 54. It breaks down to 9. We're in a 9 year. We're in Scorpio season as well. Scorpio is your opposite. We have your full moon coming up on the 5th. So you could be seeing a lot of 5s at this time as well. But there is why am I stuttering? An ending happening. You could be very nervous about the change. You know, you could be seeing, I feel like a lot of you may have, I mean, your earth energy, so you could connect with the earth in a way where you see certain symbolism or synchronicities. You know a major shift is about to happen, but you don't know if it's for better or for worse. So in that energy, you start to get nervous. And it's like that nervousness has you second guessing and questioning and so on and so forth. And it's like, you know, eliminate all of that. But going back to how I initiated this conversation with sacred contract being in reverse, you have moving out of stagnation in reverse, which is correlated to that energy. It's like hand in hand, interlocked. But you have needing direction in reverse. So you know the fucking answer. You know the way to go. You know what feels good in the direction, and you know what doesn't feel good. It's giving the energy of like children. You know, I'm just say it this way. I really hope I think it's not offensive, but someone could take offense. So I'll just, God bless. But it's like, you know, some adults do not trust the judgment of children, right? And I feel like adults that do not trust the judgment of children are small-minded individuals, okay? Because, you know, to truly be a student, you can learn from all ages, okay? From all walks of life. You can learn from the fucking animals just by watching them, you know? You can learn a lot just by listening. And I do believe that the younger that we are, you know, the less conditioned that we are, the closer that we are to source. And then, you know, as humans, we condition and got, you know. But as I'm saying that, it's giving like, you know, that innocence of self-trust. Like the children be knowing, okay? They really do be knowing. And at the same time, you be knowing. So this is that childlike energy. And it's interesting because that 5, Leo is the 5th house, but the children, but it's like more so connecting with that childlike essence to truly step out on faith, because baby, the kids don't give a fuck, okay? But when you've been through trials and tribulations and shit in life, okay, you start to give a fuck, okay? And that giving a fuck becomes a moving out of stagnation in reverse type of energy. So to shift that, it's like, you know, always being willing to, going back to, you know, we fall down, but we get up. It's like not being afraid to get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Aaliyah energy is heavy, but yeah. Okay. Now, you also have mindful groupthink sideways. So this is not the time to be a follower. This is prime time for you to be a leader, because we are in the sun specifically. 5th house energy is in the sign of your opposing, Scorpio. This is a very powerful time for you to change and shapeshift. And it's interesting because I know, you know, Halloween is on the 31st. We all know this, but 31, the universe is your partner. But before that, we get to the 111 portal. So the energy is heightened. It's just more so, what are you going to do with it? What is it? I know what to do with it. It's a, hold on. As long as that. That's Lloyd. Lloyd from, like Lloyd and Ashanti, not Lloyd Banks, the rapper. What song is that? Hold on, I gotta get to the chorus in my mind. Hold on, hold on. Is that? Hold on. Where's my phone? It's on the charger. Hold on. I want you one time. So let you. Hold on. It's 9:45. 9:09. Oh, a night off. A night off. Okay. You need a night off to make some decisions. Intentionality. Should I share it? I'll share it on the community tab. Let me write it down. Okay. But yeah, this is a time to follow your own North Star. Be a leader, not a follower. Be very, very picky on the advice that you take, okay? This is a time to be picky and choosy in a way that serves you and not in a way that is a disservice to you, okay? Okay. Where are we going to go next? So you have opportunity in reverse. Balancing act in reverse with obstacles here. Overwhelm and plenty. So I could read this multiple ways. It's giving feeling like you have no options, but you have an abundant, unlimited amount of options, but you're too in your own shit, in your own bubble in order to see the options that you have. That's one way. Another way is wanting an opportunity, thinking that an opportunity is going to bring you a certain level of abundance, or I'm getting like comfortability, security. But the long game, the end run, what you don't see right now is it's a fucked up opportunity, with opportunity being in reverse. This opportunity brings a lot of imbalance into your life, and it brings more problems, okay? It's giving the energy of more money, more problems. And just me personally, I don't like to quote that because words are powerful. The tongue, life or death, okay? It really is a sword. So with that being said, new levels, new devils, more money, more problems. But with problems, you know, paying taxes can be considered a problem. It doesn't have to be a fucking, you know, well, more people do have their hand out because people be pocket watching like a motherfucker. So never mind. But not to allow that energy of more money, more problems, or new levels, new devils to psych you the fuck out to a point where you just rather not. Again, it's about being in that childlike, innocent energy. 54, yes, it breaks down to 9, but again, maybe you need, what sign do you have in your 5th house, okay? And if you don't know, if you know your rising, just go in the order of the zodiac to 5. There you go. But you go from the 5 to the 4. The 4th house is Cancer, the mother. So a new beginning. Again, initiation. What this card represents, a bridge. And revelation. With revelation being here, going back to this spread down here, opportunity, balancing act, obstacles in reverse. You could have so many options that it's also contributing to mental anxiety, mental chaos, because it's like, you know, you could have a multitude of positive options, good options, multiple directions you could take. But some directions, and I keep mentioning plural, so more than one, could be, you know, once in a lifetime opportunity. So it's like, well, what once in a lifetime opportunity do I take? And I fuck myself over type energy. And so that leads to like mental anguish. And if you have that concern specifically, the road to take will be confirmed with unmarked trail revelation, okay? Okay. But I do feel like all of you are being asked to start at 0 with something in Scorpio season. And that's going to transition in domino effect into every other season that follows. But I keep hearing we fall down and we get up. Donnie McClurkin again. What's this sign? But as I say that, I see leaves falling, and so is shedding. So you could be in this energy of purging. It's 9:50. The 9s, the 5s, honey. Hold on. Donnie McClurkin. His birthday is November 9th. He's a Scorpio? Hold on. Let me fact check real quick. He is a Scorpio. That's very interesting. November, that 9 energy. So, baby, I don't know. But you can get back up again. If you think you're stuck, you're not. If you're looking for the loophole, the revelation is coming. However it is for you. And I will say another part before I clarify this energy with the tarot is for a lot of you, you could be in a very abundant energy in the present moment. And you could just feel uncertain about the future. That's really none of your concern. The universe is your partner, okay? Let that shit go and flow, okay? And rest. Like, leave that shit with intentionality. As long as you are committed to showing up how you can show up. Again, you stressing yourself over outside shit that you have no control of. And then, I'm gonna get political real quick, okay? I know religion and politics is two things. I don't give a fuck, respectfully. But it's like voting, okay? I'll stick to voting because I could go deeper, but I'm not. But the system is rigged, okay? It's already written and predestined, which is why honey, so many, it's so many fucking layers, but it's a rigged fucking system. Football is a rigged fucking system. All this shit it's a fucking matrix fucking simulation rigged fucking system. But it's like, we as humans, we don't acknowledge that. We just fucking, it's like, oh my God, Babylon is falling. And I'm like, this rigged ass fucking system needs to fucking fall, okay? It's really real shit. It's about time. But in order for any change to happen, there is a massive fall first, okay? We fall down, but we get up, okay? Same shit, different type of fucking perspective, okay? And to me, that is the glass half full perspective versus a glass half empty, okay? Because what the hell? That's not our concern. Is to be intentional about, well, what are we going to do with our time here, okay? And honey, people be so focused on changing the world and don't be so focused on changing themselves first. But you have to be the example, aka being the leader. Somebody got to step out on faith, babe, and overcome these obstacles. And honestly, the overcoming the obstacles is saying, fuck the obstacles, okay? And still I rise. And I feel like the divine is saying, fuck the obstacles, okay? And still I rise. But you're just like, but what if this doesn't? But what if it doesn't? But what if it does? You don't know. It's only time will tell. But in the meantime, in between time, how are we going to utilize this energy? Because there's a lot of opportunity here, And I don't like to comparing trauma is not my fucking thing, right? But y'all be so concerned. When I say y'all, I'm just referring to the world, people in the world, okay? Be so fucking concerned about certain shit that is in the dark that goes down, but it's like you don't know what these motherfuckers ancestors then did, okay? You don't, like, it's like you need to be very, very careful, okay? And mind your fucking business, okay? But I'm saying this to say you're concerned about a lot of shit that is above you, okay, outside of you, when really, you ensuring that you are okay mentally, because right now a lot of you are not ensuring that for your fucking self, okay, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If you're aligned and fortified in those areas, and then honey, physically, are you walking every day? Like, can we start the baby steps, the childlike steps, okay? You got to crawl before you can motherfucking walk. And where this world is going, none of us have ever fucking experienced this shit. We all learning fucking and experiencing together. But it doesn't mean that everyone is processing the energy the same. And I'm just trying to advise you to process the energy of we up. And who isn't? We can send a prayer. And we can ensure that we stay on a righteous path. The universe is our partner, and on a balanced fucking road. where we will be okay no matter what the fuck happens, okay? I've noticed that I will do this, whatever comes out the outside and what's going on keeps seeping its way into these readings. I'm just now becoming aware of that. So it's like the gods versus the humans. I mean, I don't know. But back to these cards. I think it's interesting because this obstacles is 56. Yes, it breaks down to 11, but the 5 is the change. The 6 is the alignment. And then you have 56. Oh shit, 57. So the revelation, whatever yeah, you're good. But things are out of balance with this 9 in reverse and balancing act, but restoration is coming. And some of you, I feel like you don't know there's a problem, but you don't know where the problem is coming from. You don't know where the energy is coming from. You're unclear of the source. You're about to be clear on the source. Okay? Okay. Hi, M. Winchester. Hi, Shelly. Okay. I don't even want to clarify these individually. I'm going to just see what the tarot has to say. The world in reverse, which would be moving out of stagnation in reverse. And then you have the 9 of Swords upright. What's wrong? Taurus. Let me just, hold on. Some of you are really taking some advice from some fucked up wrong people, okay? People have been giving you self-serving advice. That's what the fuck it's giving. All right, anywho, moving on. A lot of swords here. Taurus. You're definitely conflicted about some type of commitment. It could be with a person, a job, a friend, I don't know. 5 of Swords. You have the, look at this. It's not a fucking swords. Here's the Fool, Aquarius energy. It's also giving me like wanting to be unique, wanting to stand out, not wanting to do what the fuck everyone else is doing, but not having that, you know, I hear exclusive idea or thought with this Page of Swords. But just look at this energy. But with this Hierophant in reverse and the world in reverse, a lot of you, honestly, babe, it's giving you've been folding on commitments to yourself. And when it comes to spiritual, quote unquote, disappointment, that would be, that may be that we fall down, we get up energy too. I don't know. But folding on yourself is leading to this 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. But I'm not done clarifying. I keep seeing the 6 of Swords, so I'm just hearing it's time to move on. Yeah, the Empress in a new direction. The Moon is in reverse. You already know something. So maybe you don't have the facts to what you know, and that's stressing. I can see that. I don't know though. It could be so many things. The Moon is in reverse. All of your majors are in reverse. The Moon, the World, and the Hierophant. Your Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. The Emperor is upright looking at me. And then you have Death and Rebirth in reverse. What's the root of this? Justice in reverse. Hold on. Is this Taurus's energy? Let's clarify that. Yes, it is. Okay. Tell me more. Or somebody knows somebody's, there's karma coming. I don't know. I don't know. Six of Wands, victory. So yeah, somebody knows karma is coming. It's like the energy is somebody is about to realize where they fucked up, okay? Someone does not see at this time. But then the Hierophant in reverse is you. The World in reverse, you are on the world too. And then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse would be you too. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Three of Pentacles. Tell me what Taurus did. That's what I want to know. That's what I feel like, yeah. 10-10. 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. You went somewhere. All right. What happened on 10-10? Hold on. Okay, what else? I don't know. Just the more that I pull on this, the more I feel angry. I haven't felt this way in a very long time. Like, it's like that anger where you don't want to talk. You just want to cry and fight. Like, I haven't felt this way in a very, very long time. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hi. Welcome. Long time no talk. What the fuck? Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it just, it feels angry. It feels like anger. So 10 of Wands, you're going somewhere, right? But it feels like, you know, in the process of releasing baggage and trying to build with this 10 of Pentacles in the way she's like, it's like the bridge, right? But then you have the Tower in reverse with the 7 of Swords. So there is deception. Hold on. Who's the 7 of Swords? So someone's intentions are pure and someone's intentions are deceptive. Someone also, it feels like someone's carrying a lot. Like the 10 of Wands, even though it's Wands energy, but it's giving like a lot of emotion. Again, the energy of feeling just angry. Just carrying a heavy weight in regards to something. And whenever weight is being carried, is also depleting someone energetically. But with this, it's giving like, I don't know if it's like a going back to the roots type shit or just, you know, wanting to start over fresh, start over from scratch, because these 10s are two different reflection of energies. You got Solo carrying a fucking lot. You got Taurus bull on this bitch. All right. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles and it's just like, I want community. I want connection. I want forgiveness. I want forward movement. I want to connect. But then it's like the Tower in reverse, you know. I don't think shit has hit the fan. And I feel like there's a lot of silence. There's a lot of people feeling some type of way, but there's a lot of silence. No one's talking about it type shit. There we go. There we go. And it's like the longer that time starts to progress and there's no communication that provides clarity, it's like the more the energy is building and someone is it's like they're moving from an energy of grace to it's kind of like what's that lyric? Fuck. Hold on. It's a Kevin Gates lyric. I can't think of it right now. But then you have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. But I feel like whatever the Seven of Swords is, it's connected to justice in reverse. It's also giving the energy of, is that for yes? I don't know, like going back to the Donnie McClurk and We Fall Down, I feel like someone wants you to fall. It's like you can't be great. It's like instead of being this free as a bird, connecting with others, someone would rather you be in this energy of don't nobody fuck with you. Don't nobody like you, you know? It's like in this energy of why am I always left alone to deal with this shit, all right? I don't know. But it's like the more that you gain your confidence, or the more that you, Six of Wands, choose yourself, the more that you, and it's like the inner, with choosing yourself, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of you are moving into an energy, or you are in a current energy where with the Hanged Man, you're chilling, okay? Gaining enlightenment, doing your own thing in your own fucking bubble, going back to the first card that you had resonating, and then the response to others, especially if you are not moving how you used to move, it's starting to become very negative. Their perception of you is starting to shift into something negative where it was once positive. And I feel like this is being watched very, very closely. And with it, it's kind of like, it feels like a backfire is coming. That's what it feels like. It hasn't happened yet, though, but it's coming. Anything else? Eight of Swords, but we got it in reverse, so that's what you need to know, okay? But I do feel like with all of your earth energy being in reverse, it's like someone wants you to be the bad guy. It's giving Scarface energy, okay? And it's like, let's just say, you know, you're ruled by Venus. So, I mean, so is Libra. You have justice in reverse, Libra, but it's like the energy of, you know, the beauty, the essence, whatever your aura is, whatever it is that people are attracted to you by, it's like there is an energy or energies that would love to take that essence and dispel it so that you're just this, okay? And there is a reckoning coming on behalf of whomever is in that energy. Checkmate, okay? Let me get your advice, and then we're going to move on to a Virgo. It's 10:09. Fire signs are definitely not beginning at 10:30, okay? All right. Let's see advice for Taurus. You have the Sweet Waters, sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. It's upright. But you see, in this card, she's pregnant, okay? So it's going back to that full energy, that childlike energy. So wherever you are, it feels like this is more so like 111, November 1st energy, but you're moving into a season of romance, sensuality, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. And fertility, it doesn't have to mean little children, okay? You also have the mist. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. So again, be mindful of the root of why you are seeking external advice, okay? I just flipped the entire deck upside down. So something's about to shift. Let's see what the last card is, and then Virgo. They gave me 2 more. 3 more. We'll just re-pull. I'm not even going to see what they are. Final card for Taurus, please. The deck is still upside down. All right, what's looking at me, though? Maybe I need to address this. Let it go. Release the past. Soften. Forgive. Move forward. Thank you. Is that the last card? I don't know what happened with this deck just now. That's the last card. 3 of Wands. Yes, it is. You got 3 cards. Okay. So one more time. The sweet water, sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. The mist, trust your inner compass, be led from within. Let it go, release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. The ripple effect, part of something bigger, the details are taken care of. Yeah, that's the checkmate energy. All right, I love you. I'll see you in a couple of days. Virgo. My neighbor is loud as fuck. I'm probably loud as fuck too. Okay. Hi, Virgo. Okay. Virgo. Period. Preparations come to fruition. Herald of change. Sacred contract, upright. Meditation and stillness is in reverse. Baby, if things haven't been busy, they're about to be. October and November are going to be 2 different experiences for you. Just keep that in mind, okay? I'll put it back because it came out for Taurus. All right, moving on. Virgo. Y'all are getting 11s in reverse. That was weird. Ancestral wisdom is in reverse. Winter's dream gestation period is in. It's upright, sorry. Hold on. He is loud as hell. Okay, anywho. Wandering between realms. I'm gonna close the door. Radical acceptance in reverse, Virgo. Teachability, upright. Anything else for Virgo? Okay. So a lot of you are in the middle of a test as we speak. You could be aware of this, you could be unaware of this. It really doesn't matter. You're in the middle of a test, okay? This test is consistent of what are you about to do next? So you started with preparations come to fruition, herald of change, right? And then sacred contract. All good shit. Great. Amazing. But then you go to meditation and stillness in reverse, ancestral wisdom in reverse, gestation period upright. So I hear, hey, big head, but that's more so getting to ahead of yourself. You know, it's like, you know, when people blow somebody's head up type shit, not in a violent way, like boosting someone's ego in a sense. That's what I mean. Yeah. Metaphorically speaking, but it's like allowing allowing a certain achievement to get to your head in a way where you start to, is that a word, falter, and go against your better judgment with ancestral wisdom in reverse. And even the spiritual synchronicities, like I hear the word disobedient. It's gonna, that energy is leading to a freeze that can be avoided if you choose to get back into alignment. I'll say that. Because you're starting with 42. You know, every time I see 42, it's the 42 laws for me. So, and then you have sacred contract as well. 42 is 6, 7. So crown chakra, some of you know better, but I don't know, you're not doing better at this moment. So straddling worlds, wandering between realms. It's someone's ancestor is very direct. Because it's like, what are you doing? Why are you moving in this direction? Why are you acting confused? Why are you questioning? Like, it's really like you fucking, you know better. Like you know this already. It's the energy of, it's like dealing with someone where it should be no question. And then they start to ask you fucking question. It's like, you got me fucked up. Like what? Like when did things change? So that's what it's giving. When did things change? Teachability. Again, you're in the middle of a test. With radical acceptance, there's this thing of, I mean, you're Virgo, you're the only human sign, but you're very, I guess meticulous would be the word. And, you know, you are very fixed. You're a mutable sign, but you're very fixed in a sense where you want things done your way. And you maneuvering in the way of the ego is about to have your ass stuck, okay? And for some of you, you've been moving in the energy of the ego, which is why your ass been stuck. So that lets me know there was a rise and then there was a stop. Okay, and there may have been a drop, but you haven't fallen to the fucking ground, okay? But if you don't tighten the fuck up, okay? You got choices and their consequences in reverse. Then there's just be another lesson. But it doesn't have to be that, because you're ending shit. Well, damn, the card just fell in reverse. You're ending with, that's probably why I fucking choked. Rest and renewal in reverse. So it's like, where you chilling right now, you're about to be, you know how they say stressed but as stressed with a C instead of a T? That's what it's giving. I gotta use the bathroom. But I used the bathroom before starting this. We've only been here 50 minutes, okay? Anywho. Now, I'm going to read this a entirely different way as well. So what I said was what I said for that. Now, on another note, depending on who you are, where you are, with Netcaster, preparations come to fruition and herald of change, sacred contract. preparation, so things that you have manifested, put in vision boards in the past, you know, prayed about. There's a change coming to honor your words, to honor. It's like I'm getting the contract that your tongue has spoken specifically, okay? However, whatever it is that you didn't pray for and ask for, you know, you may be used to energetically or spiritually going towards certain ancestors for guidance, but it's like you're the first of your line, your lineage, your bloodline, more so specifically speaking. And so where you would go to your ancestors specifically for guidance, baby, it's like you got to go direct to source, okay? To learn this lesson. And it's like, it's also giving the energy, some of you are very powerful, but it's giving the energy of, you know, you on earth teaching your ancestors some shit, you know, especially the ones that are going to be reincarnated. That's interesting. That just came out of my mouth. Moving on. And so with Winter's Dream gestation period, you know, again, as I mentioned, you may need some things we do need to go directly to God about, okay? And some things we can just let our ancestors take care of, okay? That's, what's that called? What's that phrase? Delegating tasks, okay? But for real shit, delegating tasks. But yeah, it's like you're becoming the teacher. I hear on earth as it is in heaven. That's the second time the Lord's Prayer then came up in this whatever comes out, okay? Anywho, moving on with rest and renewal in reverse and choices and their consequences. It's kind of like, you know, once you get started on a journey, or some of you have already began a journey, you can't back out. Like you have to, it's about to be a ride. With wandering between realms, you're moving out of one reality literally into another reality. And with radical acceptance, like it's giving, like, it's not the energy of a hard pill to swallow, but it's like I hear, can you keep up, baby boy? Let me catch my breath. Destiny Child, catch my breath energy, rest and renewal in reverse. So yeah. And it's kind of like you may be like, hold on, wait, let me slow down. And it's like, no, once things get to going, they get to going, okay? And there may be time to rest in winter, but we're in autumn as we speak. So, and Libra season initiates autumn. 42, you have 11 here as well. So yeah. Okay. All right, what else for a Virgo? I don't know, but going back to the energy of it's a test, I just keep hearing, are you going to finish it? I don't know what you need to finish, but are you going to finish it is the question. I'm saying like that in the energy of Mortal Kombat. Like, let's get ready. I don't know. I don't know what you about to fight for, what you about to finish. So I don't know. I'm going to clarify these individually. Excuse me, what the hell? You hear me saying fours a lot, as a side note. All right, preparations come to fruition for Virgo. Muchas gracias. Oh, Herald of Change. They gave me 2. I want 1. Herald of Change for Virgo. They gave me 2. I asked for 1. Maybe they doubled up and gave me 4. Moving on. I'm sorry. Not to y'all. Okay. I'm not saying sorry to y'all. Okay. Herald of Change. Anything else? Don't do that. Okay, anywho, sacred contract. Baby, the spirits be having personality, and I love it. Well, the clarifying is saying what we said, but let's keep going. Meditation and stillness. Something is out of your control, though. It's like something's being planned around you. It's like you would be the guest of honor, but you don't even know you're a fucking guest of honor of something. It's like weird like that. Ancestral wisdom in reverse. But it's also given you were chosen for what? I don't know. You about to see though. I keep hearing I never thought. Yeah, the moon. You don't know, but you're about to see though. Pisces season could be very significant. It's the last season of 2025, astrologically speaking. So, yeah. But I feel like from now until then, there's your reconstruction happening. Teachability. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. This is something that is new to you, new to your bloodline, new to something. Maybe it's new, okay? And wherever you're about to go, whoever's around right now may not be able to go. Okay, and that could truly be, you know, you're the only human sign, so you give a fuck about connecting with the people and things, okay? Yes, you know, Ace of Pentacles, you know, baby, if I'm gonna have it, the homie's gonna have it too, okay? If I make it to the top, we all gonna make it to the top too. That's not what this type of party is, Virgo. Okay, and I feel like a lot of you have had issues with this, and you're about to have issues with this. If this isn't something you've already started to do shadow work on, and if it is, that's about to be tested. Because it's giving the energy of somebody that you want, like you are sure it's a fucking check, no questions asked, cannot fucking go, okay? That's what it's giving. And that's about to make you mad. I hear yin yang twins. I don't know how it aligns, but every now and then you get mad. It treats me bad and it makes me sad. Always in the streets chasing ass. I'm tired of, what do you say? This bitch nagging? I don't know, but I feel like I don't know who's doing the nagging, but the nagging is just like disappointment. It's like if you don't enjoy this blissing, I don't know, whatever it is, I just hear they're not a part of the contract. They're not a part of the Akashic chapter of this journey, like whoever. Or if there has been a lot of detachment happening in the recent, that is because of what we're speaking on right now. Okay, that's how it connects. But you may not have a bird's eye at this moment, and you are not intended to have a bird's eye of this moment, and you're not going to have a bird's eye view of this moment. Okay? Okay. But when it's time, you'll know. Okay? Okay. Now, what's also interesting to me is that when we did the node shift reading, maybe you should tap in. Hold on, let me write that down so I can share on the tab. The node shift into Virgo and Pisces, Virgo. I don't know what the fuck I said, but what I do know that I said was that, because the North Node is in Pisces, I believe, and the South Node is in Virgo. But I stated that you were the teacher and Pisces is the student. And it's interesting because you have teachability up right here, and then you have Pisces, the High Priestess, in reverse, which would be that student energy, again, teacher, student. So when was that date? And then I gotta go pee. Hold on, because I can't hold my bladder anymore. Matter of fact, let me just find it, because I put the date on the post when I did it. I think it was this year or last year? Hold on, let me find it. Oh, side note, can you vote on the community tab, please, when you get a chance? Thank you. I posted a poll. I need your opinion when you get a chance. And like I told Taurus, you know, when I do polls, y'all don't never communicate, okay? But I have hope. Okay, so that was... Here we go, here we go. 111! 111, okay? So the North Node is in Pisces, South Node is in Virgo. Okay, that was a fact. It's 3 for a 5. This was a 5-hour damn live. I was cute. Hey, girl. Ooh, my nails are cute too. Sorry. But hold on. That's not. I didn't mean to pull up the video. Oh yeah, so it's 1/11/2025 until I don't know if they leave the day before my birthday or on my birthday because it's 7/26 and the nodes shift into Leo and Aquarius on 7/26. So I don't know the specific timing of the shift, but yeah, that you have hella Pisces here too with the moon, Virgo. So it's given the tables are turning and you're at the head of it. And if you already know you're at the head of a table, well, baby, I don't think you realize how big the table is that you're about to be the head of. It's like the size of the table is fucking changing, okay? With all new members at the table type shit, okay? Again, preparations come to fruition. That's going back to that energy of like being the guest of honor. You don't even realize you're the guest of honor. And it's your shit. I don't know. But energetically and spiritually, I fucking love it. And energetically and spiritually, people, because I feel like this is for people to see. I don't know why. It's like love hate, you know? It's like they love it for you, right? But they hate that they're not there to celebrate. And you do too. I don't know. We're going back to that energy. So this, just because we keep going back to it, Lord, that's how I was going to pee. Hold on. I want to get it out so I don't forget. But every time we go back to that energy, you could be very, very, like, loyalty is very, it's a law, you know? It's a law for yourself. And it's like, you know, the energy of, yeah, we know, we always hear, ooh, my nose is itching. We always hear that everyone can't go, but when you are in the position of having to be in the energy of everyone can't go, you know, once you are walking in those shoes, the response and the feeling and the opinion may shift, okay? It just depends on how 10 toes down you are on some shit. But for you, when it comes to loyalty, it's like if people have been there from the fucking beginning, they should have every right to be at the end. That's your opinion. But that doesn't mean that God said so. Okay? And you having a disagreement with the divine with that is where you'll fuck your own shit up. Okay? Now let me go use the bathroom. Hold on. Okay. I didn't even see. Did I know that card fell? Hold on. Why does it sound like fireworks? What is the part? Is there an? Let me mind my business. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I don't like the word sorry, but I apologize for having to interrupt your reading. But I'm happy I got out what I needed to say. You also, and to emphasize the message, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse as well. So it's like she's in this card by herself, okay? By herself. It's like you're really a big deal, Virgo, in some type of capacity. But I do feel like when it comes to Virgo, I don't get into the placements, okay? Because for real, we're all 12 signs. But when it comes to Virgo placements specifically, I feel like this will be connected to South Node, North Node Virgo placement, Virgo Sun specifically, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Chiron, or Chiron, depending on how you pronounce it. I pronounce it Chiron. Yeah. Uranus too, because Uranus represents radical change, ruled by Aquarius. But yeah, that. Okay. Anywho. Anything else? The world upright though. It's giving a whole new world, a new foundation. I don't know the words. Okay. But 10 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups. Babe, if you struggle with detachment and letting shit go, that's what you need to focus on with this beloved radical acceptance that I didn't see was on the floor until after I used the bathroom, okay? You know, I had to release, I know it's TMI, but it's a fucking point, okay? I had to release my bladder, okay? Let it go, all right? And then come back to this. And with this, whatever you have to let go, you need to accept it. Because I didn't notice it until after I used the bathroom, okay? Okay, but that's enough about the bathroom. Anything else? You know, what is happening outside? Hold on. I don't know what that sound is. I don't hear it though. Like, I don't usually hear it. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can hear it. Let me open the door. You know, every time I pause it so y'all can hear it, the shit stops. Anywho, it stopped. But it just sounded like booms back to back to back to back. I don't know. But a whole new world, a new foundation is where I left off. But Aaliyah is very loud for earth signs. And I know she's earth sign, but still, her lyric, I gotta watch my back. What'd she say? Because I'm not just anybody. Like, I feel like that's the energy you're moving into. Can y'all hear that? Oh, that's somebody's fucking car backfiring. Fucking Georgia. Anywho, that shit sound crazy. They must be racing. That shit, get your anywho. Yeah, but Seven of Swords, I gotta watch my back because I'm not just anybody. That's what this is. So just be mindful of that. All right? All right. Cancer energy could be significant because 721 is here with Seven of Swords. I put it on top of the World 21, so yeah. I also feel like there is healing with a father wound coming because she's a Capricorn, father of the zodiac. But yeah, you have the Six of Cups here. That's why I say that. Sounds like they're doing donuts, and that should sound crazy as hell. The Hermit, your energy, enlightenment. So yeah, there is healing coming to a father wound. I feel like this is being initiated on behalf of the divine. I don't know. Yeah, the sun. This is definitely being initiated on behalf of the divine. I don't feel like your focus is there, or whatever. Even if your father is still, whatever the case is, neither party is concerned, okay? But the divine is. Yeah. Four of Swords. A lot of wrongs are about to be made right. I will say that for sure. King of Wands. How long have we been here? Okay. I'm gonna pull one more time. Okay. Bring my music back. Anything else for Virgo? Ooh, Virgo. Okay. Anything else? So overall, yeah, beautiful. We said what has needed to be relayed up until this point will be relayed up until this point. Okay. I don't know. But you have needing direction in reverse and wandering between realms in reverse. It's giving the energy of being solid. Like it's giving solid ground energy. Like whatever has been destabilized, unstable, whatever the case may be, things are about to be more of like a sure thing. Again, more solid. So this is really just an energy of clarity on who you are, what you are meant to do, and this definitely does carry beyond you. I'll say that. Yeah. Yeah. But what you're ending with before we get into the healing oracle, you have moon mating, new beginnings. Again, new territory, new reality. Joyful muse inspiration. This is you. Okay. You also have cosmic womb, the divine feminine upright. You have 5, 6, 7 here with master number 33. I just want to point that out because the 5 will be new beginnings. 4 + 1 is 5. The divine feminine is 6, and then Guardian of Venus, rest and renewal, all upright, is 7. It's given like like with ancestral wisdom being in reverse, it would be like you would be the living ancestor type shit. I don't know. But that's enough. That's beautiful. I'm not going to mess up the message by overindulging. So let's get the advice and move on to Capricorn. Maybe it's 10:45. I've been up since 7. We'll probably be done at like 11:30, which means fire signs will get started like midnight, which would mean I will go to bed at like 3. I don't know if I want to do that to myself. Anywho, Virgo. So you have she who flows, or he, okay, not to take away from the masculine, but I'm sorry. Shit, why do I keep saying sorry? I'm about to start a sorry fucking swear jar. But even if you are masculine, this is more so aligning and tap into your divine femininity, because we all have it, okay? No matter how macho man you are, okay? Okay. So she who flows is being open to change. Go with the flow of life, okay? It's giving being appointed, okay? On the bottom, you have the pink dolphin. You know, pink dolphins are very, very rare and unique. So, yeah. All right. What else for Virgo? You have the pearl. Who did I say to stop eating at the bottom of the ocean? I mean, the bottom feeder. Did I say that for you? I think I did. But anywho, you have the pearl. Alchemy. The reward at the end, from grit to grace. So again, from instability to stability. Hi, girl. Hi, Tyra. I love thunderstorms. It's my favorite. You know, my alter ego is motherfucking Storm from X-Men, okay? And there's one more here. I'm gonna give it to you, okay? Who sings You're My Addiction? I'm addicted to you. Anywho, into the unknown, underworld, death, courage, facing your fears. Again, no one, you can't go to your ancestors for help, okay? Because they ain't never did it. But you got God, okay? It's like as your right hand and your left hand, but don't abuse your authority. That movie with Jim Carrey and Morgan Freeman, when Jim Carrey could be God for a day, okay, don't abuse your authority. That's very important. Because you can easily be moved out the way. Like, I'm not dead ass, okay? All right, last card, Cosmic Ocean, baby. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. Second time you done got a new beginning, or maybe the third, but I don't know. It's very positive, okay? And enjoy that, receive that. But you don't have to get into the art of detachment, okay? That's your biggest struggle. It's the only human sign, all right? All right. And as I tell you and Pisces all the time, y'all are different from the collective. Y'all don't have a specific animalistic nature backing y'all up, okay? Like the Tauruses and the Leos and the fucking Sages and the fucking, who else? The Scorpions and things, okay? So detachment is a little bit more difficult for y'all, respectfully. But it doesn't mean it can't become a power source. See? The rainbow. Sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. Enough is enough. I love you. I'll see you in a couple of days. Make sure you vote on the community tab, please. Thank you. Capricorn. Leo, can I do y'all? I don't know why I'm asking, because I'm going to do what I want to do. But y'all about to get done in the rising, okay? I feel like if I don't do that, I'm going to give you half-ass energy. And I don't want to do that. But I don't want to make you wait either. IDK. we grab this deck. We'll start with this deck. This is the last deck, but it's the first deck for you. So healing is a theme, Capricorn. My mother bought me this deck, so healing and the mother, okay? Some of you may resonate with the Virgo reading. So with how this is going, there's a need to change the order of something. I need to change the flow of something. All right. Thank you, God. So first card, Capricorn, Isle of Avalon. The first word says healing, okay? But healing, returning to wholeness, transformation, all right? All right, I'll leave that out. It's giving needing to sit back, relax, and enjoy. So for a lot of you, you think healing is always doing something, okay? Which for teachers like me, a big part of our teaching is to rest, to not do shit, okay? And not there's a difference between resting and being a lazy ass fucking bum, okay? I'm not referencing being a lazy ass fucking bum. I'm referencing resting, okay? Okay. As you see, she's just laying out, okay, just resting, okay? You may feel like, yeah, healing is always something to do, okay, versus sitting. The reason why that's so important is because it's a foreign reality to us, just sitting outside of 2020. But you see, we had to go through a global fucking pandemic for the world to sit. Okay? Okay. All right. Moving on. Capricorn. Why do you say Taurus? We did Taurus first. I don't remember what Taurus was about. Nope, not at all. I don't remember. Where did it go? Oh. Confidence in your magic in reverse. So you distrust your ability to attract, and that's connected to a mother wound. So Virgo got father wound, I think. I think I said that for Virgo, but you have the mother wound. Yeah. Capricorn, you know, we have two outside of the Isle of Avalon, you have two cards. These two cards tell me, Capricorn, in this very moment, you know how Nikki said, in this very moment, I'm king. In this very moment, you fucked up, okay? Because what the hell? It's like you're not that energy of what she said. You're in this energy of, have you forgotten? That's what it's giving, okay? Yeah, the courage to step into life. You know how Lil Wayne said that? He used to say that it was on one of them dedications, okay? What do you say? You forgot? You forgetful motherfucker. It's on the Dedication 5 album. Oh, shit. I can't remember the song. But maybe there's something you need to get rededicated to, and that's connected to this returning to wholeness. Yeah, it's definitely Dedication 5. I just don't know which track. But now I hear sorry. I know I said I was about to start a sorry jar, but he got a sorry for the wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Just a sorry for the wait too. I don't know. It connects. Meditation. So look. We just talked about the whole resting, right? Right. So What fell on top of Olive Avalon is the first card. There's two cards, but the first that I can see is meditation and stillness upright. And again, it's resting, not doing anything. And you know, we talk about collective meditate, meditate, meditate. Do you know how difficult it is to calm the mind? That is a level of mastery. Okay, but yet we speak of it like it's just grabbing a fork and eating some food. It's not simple. It's a reprogramming, a retraining of the mind, okay, to be quiet. We just need a moment of silence, okay? Let's move on. All right, underneath meditation and stillness is the universe is your partner in reverse. So you definitely have yourself fucked up at this time. Beginner's mind in reverse, teachability upright, similar cards. I don't understand. Never mind, I do. Here we go. Excuse me. Okay. All right, so this is letting me know there's been a situation that it was like a hit to your confidence, a hit to your ego. I'm more so seeing like your solar plexus being just dragged, okay? And when I say you fucked up, you may feel like a lot of people got you fucked up too in this very moment. I just keep hearing, in this very moment, I'm king. In this very moment, I slayed Goliath. What's she say? In the ring. So you're David. Now David was meek. And then David got a little big-headed, okay? If you know the Bible. But why is that coming up? Well, you have right use of power in reverse, okay? Okay. But this is like being so assured, right? But being so wrong. Oh, my nose is itching. Now, what I will say, if you are an influencer, if you got something going on social media, which I see this a lot, and I just, I'm very different, okay? And shit that people think is okay, it's not okay. I don't view it as being okay, okay? And it has nothing to do with a placement. It has everything to do with, I feel like saying it's correlated to my belief system is simplifying the energy. It's just some shit feels right and some shit feels wrong. And even if I have no validation of why it feels wrong, I'm going to honor that intuitive feeling, okay? It's part of building intuition. So when it comes to people that are readers, okay, psychics, intuitives, however they are labeled, all right? And when I say this comment, it is in no intent to degrade, downplay another reader whatsoever. But, you know, when it comes to the word of just humbleness, which I've spoken on this before and I will continue to, I'm just very strict with certain things. And humbleness is another thing, because I have lived a life where I was so much in my ego, and like the universe, God, my ancestors, I feel like all of them had a hand in breaking me down, okay, for me to have no choice but to pick myself up. Like, I was really broken the fuck down. And even when I was down, my ego was on a high. Now, usually that energy, it's like, you know, it's a drive to pull yourself up out of the gutter, or out of the trenches, or out of the darkness, however you want to label it. But for me, like that meek, that energy of the meek shall inherit the earth is connected to an energy of humbleness. And when it comes to validating predictions and shit like that, like you won't see me do that ever. As long as I have a platform, whether I speak some shit right or wrong, I'm not. Now, I will tell you when I'm wrong, okay? That I will correct some shit, okay? Like I did with the whole 9/11. I was saying it was an Egyptian New Year when it was truly an Ethiopian New Year. When I'm wrong, I'm going to validate I am wrong. But if I am right, that is for me to fucking be quiet about. If you picked up what I put down, you picked it up. If you didn't, you didn't. But for me to post the validation is me also showing the world, look, you need to validate me too. That's how I view it. And that's how, when I've meditated on it, that's how it's reflected back to me. I don't fuck all that, okay? Because as quickly as I got it, my ego can cause me to lose it if I don't check my ego. So when it comes to humbleness, right use of power in reverse, I feel like for a lot of you, it's kind of like this look at me energy, and that cannot be your intent. But because you're not self-aware, it is your intent. It is what you're projecting. And so it's kind of like going back to the energy of forgetting who you are, and then as you're trying to remember who you are, using the outside world as validation, when really that's a sinking fucking ship. Because what happens when you fall again? 99.9% of the time, the motherfuckers are not going to be there. It's going to be you. So then we repeat the fucking lesson, teachability. So take it how it resonates, you know? And it's one thing to be proud, right? But not every proud fucking moment has to be celebrated with the world. Privacy is null and fucking void in 2025 and beyond. So the best you can do to attempt to control it is fucking control it. It's like, you know how the energy of, well, people of all backgrounds watch me, but for my culture, you know, we can have an eye contact and have a whole fucking communication, okay? Okay, we do a head nod, something, okay, just for us to know what's up. So it's like match that same energy with spirit. When spirit is like, period, it's like, okay, on to the next, you know? Okay. But excitement versus flamboyance, very thin line, two totally different things, but people combine them, okay? Okay, anywho. Now, before I clarify this, so you have the universe is your partner in reverse. In addition to confidences in your magic, right use of power. So with overwhelm and plenty being here, it's kind of giving forgetting where the fuck you came from. And maybe you need to remember because you've lost yourself. Again, forgetting who you are, having yourself fucked up. But it's also giving, you know, once you started to win, you forgot about the divine. Once you started to win, once you started to be up and it's stuck, you know, you forgot about your ancestors. The energies, I'm not referring to humans, but specifically the energies that assisted you in getting here, that helps make a way out of no way. Because yes, you know, maybe on a human level it's solo, but please believe we all got some spiritual help, okay? Whether you want to accept that or not, atheist or fucking not, okay? It is what it is. Simulation and fucking all, okay? Now, I feel like it would be wise of you to just take a step back and reconnect. Again, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. To get back aligned. Or you can choose not to, and you can learn this fucking lesson, okay? Again. So it's something you've already learned. But you've forgotten. And not to say that you need to be stuck in a certain mental cycle, but certain memories and certain experiences, it will, if you reflect, it will humble your ass, okay? And if you don't have that type of shit going on, then you haven't lived respectfully, okay? Okay. You need to breathe. Breathe. Just, it's like breathe into you. Breathe life into you. Breathe confidence into you. Breathe realignment with the divine into you. You don't have to do much. Again, sitting still is a part of the work, a major part of it. Resting is a major part of it. It's like being attentive, right? If someone is doing 50 million things and trying to have a conversation, the communication is going to get lost in translation versus undivided attention, you know? And I feel like, honey, some undivided attention is needed with you, yourself, and you, as well as your spirit team, okay? Yeah, look what's on the bottom. I just noticed the wall, obstacles, and then you have getting back to integrity. So to overcome whatever obstacles you may have started to experience or about to walk into, if you don't get this shit together, get back to integrity. And what is that for you? Okay? I'm going to re-pull. I'm not going to clarify that. All right. Capricorn. You have mindful, groupthink in reverse. I love this. And forgiveness upright. You're coming back to yourself, though. That returning to wholeness is this. Anything else? Let's get to the tarot. It's a lot happening. I don't know, this is random, but it's a lot happening the first 7 days of November. So we have the 11-1 portal. We have Dios de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. We also have the Taurus full moon. Something else is happening that first 7 days, but I just realized that. Anywho, moving on. There's an election happening too, right? The state's elections is about to happen in November too. There's a lot. It's giving a lot of moving parts that need to sit the fuck down. All right, back to you, Capricorn. Yeah, things are out of balance. If you are in or start to move into the energy of retaliation, just stop yourself in your tracks. Or it's like if you are in the energy, because it feels like if it's not retaliation, wanting to teach someone a lesson, you don't want to do that. This is Scorpio's, you know, there is just certain shit that should not even be tried in certain seasons. And Scorpio season is a season where a lot of shit should not be tried, okay? It's just for you, it will be foolish. That's what it is. It's foolish to even try, okay? Libra season, one of them seasons too. Anywho. Capricorn. And they're all reversed. Damn, the Nine of Swords is upright. It's the only thing upright. The fuck? What is this? It's cold. Do I have the heat on? Oh no. Oh no. It is 73. It is brick. I gotta turn the heat on. Hold on. The fuck is this? So I don't know what has changed, but you are connected to some toxic fucking people, okay? Some people that walk with the dark and not the light, okay? And something is starting to I gotta sneeze. Something is starting to energetically affect you and drain you and paranoia you. Like, something is shifting into the energy of paranoia. But it's like something is being intentionally hidden. Who is this, Capricorn? Your opposite. Okay, so, but yeah, something is being intentionally hidden from you as well. And I feel like I said this to you before, but some of y'all feel like trapped, stuck. I feel like I said it in your last element reading, but I have no idea what I said. It's just, I feel like I did though. It's been recent. It could have been the October monthly. I don't know. You have Temperance reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. So Temperance in reverse, we will go back to Scorpio, death and rebirth. And then the Hanged Man in reverse, we will go back to justice. Now in between these, you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's money is funny and fucked up at the moment. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse. And someone's worried about the money, okay? But show, because you got the Nine of Swords upright, all right? Now, this could be a reflection of being careless, you know, being financially irresponsible. I hear taking shit for granted. I don't know. Oh, my nose is itching. But it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people siphon energy from you, especially your family. It's like, let's just, this shit, wow. It's like, you know, let's just say there are people you like to spend time with. Well, those people, it's like the adverse reaction is it fucks with your money. Like your money is affected. And you cannot be spending money with these people. But energy is fucking energy. And it will transmute and translate and however the fuck it needs to get your fucking attention as well. So with your pentacles being here, all of your pentacles are in reverse, babe. The Page, the 6, and the 10. Okay? And then it's like, well, how the fuck do I get up again? Okay? You know, get back to where you were. But you got to get back to integrity. So integrity is realizing who around you does not operate in integrity and why you're sharing energy with them, and eliminate them. Respectfully. And rightfully so. But you are in the energy, there is an energy of restriction that is surrounding you based on who you're surrounding yourself with. This would be who you talk to on the fucking phone. Okay, I don't know. These are people, whatever it is close proximity, okay? And you know they not right. That's the gag. Now, what's still here is repairing the veil of forgiveness. So this is giving me making it work. Knowing this shit irritates you, and prime example of that is fucking family. Okay, knowing this, just knowing. Okay, but still dealing, and you know, You got to use discernment with family. I will say that. Okay, you do. But it doesn't mean you have to stoop to their level. That's what y'all be submitting. I was talking about submission with another element, but you're submitting to something that is putting you in the Nine of Swords versus, I don't even think you should get the energy to submit to you, honestly. It's not, the exchange is, damn, the exchange, it's like the exchange is too toxic. I want to get specific, but how these words are coming out, we're keeping it very surface in general, and I'm going to respect that. But yeah, you're definitely not seeing something. You're not aware of something. And I do feel like a lot of you are in the planning and rebuilding stages, especially financially. It's like giving the energy. The Knight of Wands in reverse is giving, like, you know, wanting to invest in yourself, you know, to invest in your business. You got to spend some money, you know, you got to spend some money to make some money. But it's like not having the money to spend to make the money based on bad financial choices, lack of financial discernment. And honey, we done lost the bag and got it up. I know I have a couple of times, okay? I done fumbled and fucked up a bag or two or three or four, okay? But just because I was able to rebuild 1, 2, 3, or 4, I don't want to keep doing that shit the rest of my fucking life. Like, what the hell? No, it's not a choice of mine. And I don't think you should allow it to be a choice of yours. So this lets me know the word no is very difficult for you. You probably say no when you're mad, or when you want to retaliate, or when you want to just make a fucking point. That's not operating in an integral way, Capricorn. Getting back to integrity. You gotta stand on that shit, okay? When things are good and when they are bad. Okay? Okay. But I do feel like you're in the energy of enough is enough. But I feel like you're very concerned it's like you're concerned on how you about to move. But it's like, you know you. So I don't know. You've been weird with yourself, and I don't like that. Okay? Judgment, get your shit together respectfully. Okay? I feel like my masculine energy is coming out, but yeah. Sign up. Good. We have to realize when we are helping versus when we are enabling. A lot of you think you are helping, 1118, and you are enabling, okay? Stop enabling and help yourself. That's what it's giving. Stop enabling and help yourself. Because you helping yourself is going to be the biggest reflection to others, and it's going to be most inspiring to others. It's giving do unto others as you would have them do unto you type shit, okay? Anything else for Capricorn? Nine of Wands, stand your ground, okay? Stay 9. So you know the pinky, the toe pinky? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy, what is it, had roast beef. This little piggy had none. But this this is the Nine of Wands, and you know it's an average of 10 toes, but it's giving, I'm seeing the pinky toe missing, but the pinky toe is, this little piggy went wee all the way home. So the chariot wee all on the way home. Stand your ground, okay? I feel like you're very concerned on outcomes. Release the outcomes to the divine, okay? Yes, temperance fell in my lap. Release the, yeah. You want to control, everybody got, you know, it doesn't matter what sign you are. Everybody got control issues, okay? However, you can't control when the water starts to boil in the pot. You can set the intention for it to, but you don't know that one fucking moment when it's going to start. And if you decided it to that, then you have way too much time on your hands. But the moral of the story is you don't know. So release the outcome to the divine, okay? What else? Anything else for Capricorn? You came out in reverse. That is the message. That is how you free yourself from this bondage, whatever the bondage is. Okay? And be sure to forgive yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Do not ridicule yourself. Okay? You know the song Love You Better by LL Cool J? That's the song you need to sing to yourself. Okay? Versus why the fuck did I do that shit? No, you need to, I'm gonna love you better, okay, to yourself in the fucking mirror. Okay, listen to that. All right, let me write that down. I got a lot of stuff to share in the community tab. Honestly, this probably won't get shared till tomorrow before I do fire signs. I'm gonna do fire signs when I get up after I eat breakfast. I just don't know if I'm gonna cook breakfast or go to brunch, but after breakfast. Okay. But you also have, in addition to the devil in reverse, where's my karmics? You have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is not the time for show and tell, okay? You know, everyone's going through their own test. Your test is privacy. Privacy and protection, okay? When it comes to information sharing. Some of y'all could be in IT, but privacy and protection when it comes to information sharing. It's one thing, you know, for the world to see organically, okay? Something's not organic. Didn't I just say this to Virgo? I don't know. But you're tempted to do something that's not organic. Again, you had getting back to integrity. This non-organic is giving me the Queen of Wands in reverse. All right, anything else for Capricorn? That's his all. Hold on, where did this come from? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse again, the Two of Swords. There's a breakup coming. Something is about to change that you don't see coming. Here, co-partnerships are changing. No. I don't. There could be a store that ends like end co, like end company. That could be closing. I don't know. Y'all remember when all those small, what happened? It's always some shit happening in the fucking economy. But when something happened and so many small businesses had to close, but whatever that situation was, it's about to be like bigger businesses, like company, like Anco. I don't know. I almost said Amico. I don't know. All right. Last card. Anything else for Capricorn? All right. That was that. I'm going to clarify from this deck. Anything else for Capricorn? Nope. All right. Close us out for Capricorn, please. Where did the card go? Oh. First card, cleansing, okay? Releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. Oh. Okay, take that. All right. On the bottom, you have metamorphosis, embrace transformation. Things are now different. Okay. But you also have, damn, the pink dolphin. Oh, my nose. Celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. And then you have immerse yourself, training, learning, new hobbies, and passions. So cleansing, the pink dolphin, immerse yourself. So a lot of you, you're very unique. And so because there aren't a lot like you around you or in your vicinity, in order to connect or collaborate, I don't know, the word C-O is very significant. It's like you may have to dumb it down or some shit. The pink dolphin is, don't do that. It's like not being able to see the power in standing alone. It took me like 30 years to realize that, okay, for myself. But as I say that, it's doing so much to get out of a certain conditioning that you don't even realize how much you're falling back into the energy of the conditioning that you've done so much work to get out of, which is why you can learn this lesson again, okay? But it's like, you know, we don't have to go here. You don't have to go there. You can just cleanse now in the present. Embrace your uniqueness and rarity, okay? R-A-R-I-T-Y. And then immerse yourself in training, learning new hobbies and new passions. And everything that is meant to align with you along the way, you will attract. But it's like, I don't know, maybe you get really affected by the seasons changing, okay? Maybe cuffing season is really bothering you because you ain't had no ass to cuff in a couple of seasons or years. I don't know. But as I always say, when this time comes around, you better get you a body pillow, okay? Okay, all right? And we get you a Sherpa and a body pillow and make it do what it do. Comfort and love on yourself. That's what I be doing. I'll pull one more and then I'm out of here. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm gonna do y'all tomorrow in the rising. After I eat. Actually, that's it. The card came out in reverse, so I'll leave it there. I hear extra, extra, but they're telling me I'd be being extra. Anywho, hold on. Not for real, I really do. Okay. They've been coming for me tonight. I love y'all. Am I supposed to do timestamps? I'll see you in the rising. Make sure you vote on the community tab, please. I'll be here in the rising for the fire signs, and then we are starting November. I'm not going to say what day. We're just starting in a couple of days, okay? Just make sure your notification bell is on. And please vote. Thank you. Your voice matters. I'll see you in the rising. I love you. Bye. I'm about to change the timestamp for the fire elements too, because it's not, yeah, love you.